Well, the Washington Commanders 2022 season is over. And yes, I know they technically still can make it, but they won't. And they do not deserve to make it at all. This is not a playoff team. This team is not good. They do not deserve to make it in. This coaching staff does not deserve to make it in. This is just going to be an all-out rant. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Just hit 10,000 subscribers. Really appreciate that. Let's keep going. 11K is next. Let's get right into it. And yes, there's technically 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's over. It doesn't matter. Maybe we'll score a touchdown. Who knows? Whatever it is, I hope Terry gets his stats up. That's all I'm rooting for in this last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. But Commander season's over. It is unfortunate. I thought they were going to win today, or at least that's what I predicted. Didn't feel super strongly about it, but thought they were going to win today, and it's unfortunate. The season is over, and of course, January 1st, Happy New Year to everyone. I know it's not a great start to the year that we wanted, but it's a reality check that the team is not there. They're just not there. And yes, had a lot of injuries, and the defense did not play well today. They gave up 24. I'll give them 21 basically because 3 points came off a terrible Wentz interception early on, but they're missing Jonathan Allen for 2.5 quarters. They're missing Cameron Curl and missing Benjamin St-Juste. I mean, Cam Curl is probably the most important player to this defense, if not most important, top 3 most important. And Jonathan Allen is definitely top 3 most important. So having those guys out, you're not going to play that well defensively. And they could have played better for sure, but I'm not going to blame this one on the defense. It's on the coaching staff, the offense, the offensive coordinator, the QB, and Ron Rivera as a whole. I mean, I said before the year, if this team does not make the playoffs, it is not a successful season. And this team will not be making the playoffs, and they might be heading towards their 3rd straight 7-win season. That is not acceptable at all. A 7-win season again, that's terrible, man. Not even is that terrible. That is the worst case scenario, guys. And I said this right after or maybe even before, when we were at rock bottom. I was like, guys, this isn't rock bottom. Just wait. We are going to win games. We're going to win games because this is what Rivera does. And we're going to get to 6, 7, 8 wins. And look what happened. That's what happened. But real quick, let me get the elephant out of the room. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Carson Wentz. I was wrong about it. I wanted us to start Carson Wentz. I didn't feel super strongly about it, but I was just like, okay, you know what? We need a change. We need a new spark or something. I thought Carson Wentz would wouldn't be completely awful like he was, but of course, I mean, just awful. I mean, there's no one that gets more blame today than Carson Wentz. And some people might say, the defense didn't play well. He can't stop the defense. BS. Come on. And the offensive line, the offensive line's bad, but that still does not excuse some of his terrible. Like the first interception, what is he doing? What is Carson Wentz doing right there? I do not understand that at all. He just threw it right to Denzel Ward. And then the next, or a couple possessions later, might have been the next one or the one after that, there's someone open in the middle, a little bit to the right. I can't remember who it was, but they were open for a first down. And what does he decide to do? Throw it into double coverage, not even close to being open at Curtis Samuel. And it's a not super easy interception, but it's an interception that most guys are making. And he makes a good play on the ball, makes the interception. And the last interception, I don't really care about that. It was a deep shot. I think Dotson got interfered with. Who cares? Still, another interception. I'll run with my narrative a little bit more. Carson Wentz sucks. Carson Wentz is absolutely terrible. And, he played okay last week against the 49ers. But, like I said, it was garbage time. Most of it, except for one throw, was underneath stuff to the running backs and, short stuff to the tight ends, or maybe 1 or 2 throws to Dotson or McLaurin, very short. There was only one play, the Curtis Samuel nice touchdown pass. That's it. That is it. And, it sucks. Wentz, and I should have known this, in a big moment, must-win game, That's just not who Carson Wentz is. He's not him. He's not like that. He doesn't have that it factor. Heineke does. He does have that. And in hindsight, I probably should have thought about that. I honestly should have. But I still don't think like it was a terrible, given what we knew, I don't think it was a terrible decision to put in Heineke or to bench Heineke and put in Wentz just because of how bad the offense was. For me, though, what I said is, right when they made the move, hey, whoever you do play, still have him at a short leash. And after the second interception, I said I would have pulled him. I said that right away. And they did keep him in another possession, and he did score a touchdown on that drive. But still, who knows? Maybe if they would have pulled him a little bit earlier, it would have been better. I mean, just Wentz was terrible today. Like, he had maybe a couple nice throws to Dotson and stuff. Interceptions are so bad. I mean, we got lucky that not the Texans, I was thinking because of Deshaun Watson, that the Browns didn't score 10 points on us off of those turnovers. I mean, Wentz is a bum. I'm sorry. We paid this guy 20. This further shows that Ron Rivera is terrible. At least as a GM in certain aspects. Like, you traded 2 third-round picks. And honestly, if it wasn't for an injury, it probably would have been a 3rd and a 2nd-round pick for Carson Wentz. And you did a 2nd-round pick swap from last year, which actually was pretty valuable. For Carson Wentz, and you pay him $28 million when no one was trading for him. Or if someone was trading for him, they were maybe offering like a 6th or 5th-round pick. We could have got him. If we would have offered a 3rd-round pick, we would have 100%, the Colts would have 100% accepted that offer. They were talking about weeks before that how Wentz was not good. They were moving on from him. And Rivera's like, you know what? Let's give up a conditional 2nd, a 3rd-round pick, a 2nd-round pick swap. And you know what? We'll pay $28 million of his salary. When this happened, I thought it was an awful move. I did. I didn't mind the player as much as the whole situation with that. But I thought Carson Wentz was going to be much better than he was in DC. And today, I thought he was going to be much better than he was. Way better. I thought Carson Wentz was going to be solid today, and that was not the case at all. And yeah, guys, 3 straight years, 7 wins. Maybe we finish the year off 8 wins, but it looks like the Eagles might. Let's see. The Eagles are losing, so the Cowboys have a chance to play for a division title next week if they win and the Eagles lose. So they're going to be playing their starters. We absolutely better play Sam Howell. If I see Carson Wentz on the field, I have never not watched a game that I could. Honestly, I don't think I've ever not watched a game in the last 4 or 5 years. I probably have not missed a game. If Carson Wentz is a starter, I'll just miss it. I don't know how I'm gonna watch Carson Wentz and how I can sit there and watch Carson Wentz play for another 48 minutes or 60 minutes. If it's Taylor Heineke, still don't agree with it because I think you got to put in Howell, but I'll watch Heineke because he's more entertaining than Wentz and the guys like him, and he'll actually throw the ball to Terry McLaurin. What is it with Carson Wentz and his hate for Terry or whatever it is? 2 catches for 25 yards. And one of them was a design screen that obviously Turner put in there to give McLaurin some targets. Yes, some of it is on Turner, but we've seen Turner, be able to get McLaurin the ball. Still not as much as a lot of people would like, including myself. This, though, is on Wentz because it's proven he just doesn't give the ball to Terry. He just doesn't. 2 catches, 25 yards. Did get targeted 5 times, but 1 or 2 of those were kind of throwaways, and one of them was a terrible, terrible interception. I just feel bad for the guys on this team. The guys that really have been grinding, that are good guys, leaders, like Terry. I feel so bad for Terry that he has to deal with this crap with freaking Carson Wentz as his QB. But Brian Robinson as well, fighting back from that terrible injury there, the terrible incident, and coming back props to him there. He's had a great year. Of course, Terry McLaurin, Curtis, and Jahan, those guys have been good this year. And honestly, most of the defense besides, like David Mayo and guys like that. But the thing is, like, I can't even, like, blame David Mayo for anything because David Mayo is supposed to be a special teams linebacker. David Mayo is supposed to be a special teams linebacker. But Rivera, because he's an idiot, didn't sign a single linebacker in free agency besides... Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot. He signed John Bostic a week before the season started. So, no, sorry, I lied. But, yeah, he signed John Bostic, and he thought, our linebackers were terrible last year. I think signing John Bostic is going to be the answer to all of our problems. Like, what was he thinking? And then, of course, like, even if Cole Holcomb would have stayed healthy this year, the linebacking depth still would have been an issue. There, it's official. It's done. Thank God. But even if Cole Holcomb was healthy, linebacker depth would have been an issue. But you got to understand that injuries are inevitable. So either Jamin or Cole, like, they were probably going to miss a game. At least one of them. And obviously, that happened. Cole out for most of the season. And you had guys like David Mayo, John Bostic, and Khaleke Hudson playing for you. Like, you can't, like, it just, and we were winning games at times with that. But that's because of our other players were so good that they were kind of carrying for us. But it just sucks, man. It just absolutely sucks that Rivera made these boneheaded decisions. And just some players, big days today. Dron Payne, 2 sacks. David Mayo had a sack. Let's see, anyone else? We had 5 sacks. Let's see. Yeah, we had 5 sacks. So Casey Toole had a great... You know what? Shout out Casey Toole. Amazing game. Honestly, Casey Toole had an amazing game. He had 2 huge clutch plays getting Deshaun Watson back, but unfortunately, our defense was just terrible in that last quarter. And Montez Sweat a sack. Chase Young, he played well. Probably should have had 2-3 sacks, honestly. And a couple of plays I thought he could have, a little bit more effort and he would have gotten the sack. But it is what it is. Like that the one where David Mayo got the sack, Chase Young probably should have gotten that. And the one where Montez Sweat got, it wasn't a lack of effort. It just Deshaun Watson's good at shaking those guys off, but still probably could have gotten the sack there. But Chase Young looks legit. He looks legit, and hopefully they play him again next week and play him at full strength. The defense, last couple weeks, it's been disappointing, but it's to be expected. When your best corner is out in Benjamin St. Juste, like, it's going to happen. Your best safety, Cam Curl, when he's out, to be expected. And then your best D tackle, or, him and Payne are both amazing. You're one of your best players on the team and leaders goes out. Like, the defense, you can't expect them to do that much. But, like, you can still win a game giving up 24 points. Can't win a game scoring 10. Like, it's like maybe 1 in 100 chance. They're going to, not 1 in 100, maybe like a 1 in 40, 1 in 30 chance you're going to win scoring 10 points. 24, like, that's probably like a little bit around average, league average, scoring. So if we had a good offense, we had a good coordinator, we had a good QB, we would have been able to do that. Some other rants, like this is, I wanted to mostly do a Rivera rant, but I'll do a Turner one. And Logan Thomas, like, bro, what, like, at the end, what is he doing? Like, fellow Hokie, love him and all, but, like, why the heck are you hurdling? We're down 14. We need to get out of bounds, and you're hurdling? Like, who do you think you are? Missing, like, Logan Thomas, like, okay, yeah, he had 56 yards. Whoop-de-doo, who cares? Like, a lot of it was underneath stuff. A couple catches were fine. Sorry, but no. He misses block after block, assignment after assignment. Cut him after this year. Please, I'm done with Logan Thomas. The tight end room, it needs work. Offensive line needs work. Why is Sam Cosmi not starting? Why are we doing this rotation BS? Where, one play will go Cosmi, play will go Lucas. We invested a second round pick in Sam Cosmi. A second round pick. If he's healthy, he should be starting right now. He should be starting. I don't understand this rotation at tackle that they're doing. It doesn't make sense. And I'm sorry, but But I'm just getting everything off my chest because now that we're officially out, everything that I've been thinking, especially today, is just coming out because I'm so done with this team. I am so done with this team, and I'm so happy that we will hopefully be getting a new owner. And I wish we would get a new coach and a new coordinator. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to keep the same guys because Rivera or because of the ownership thing. And okay, whatever. I understand that. But Rivera is going to do nothing this offseason and going to keep Scott Turner and Del Rio. And, I'm fine with Del Rio. Like, he has his issues in terms of scheme and adjustments. But for the most part, he did a pretty good job. But, man, Scott Turner, he needs to be gone. What? 3rd and 1, you run with Jonathan Williams. And then 4th and 1, Brian Robinson's dying to get back on the field. And you're like, Scott Turner's like, you know what? No, Brian, just stay off. Even though you're a bulldozer, you can get this 1 yard easily. We want to make it a challenge. Let's do a toss to the outside. Let's pitch it back, almost backwards, 4 to 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Let's make you run 6 yards instead of making you run 2 or 3 yards if you're right under the center. Just absolutely atrocious. And to make it even worse, you have Jonathan Williams running it. And nothing against Jonathan Williams. He's okay or whatever. But he's not Brian Robinson. And that's not the play call I want on freaking 4th and 1. 4th and 1. It should be simple. You have a 6'6" QB. A big guy. QB sneak. It's not like we're like, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world if he gets hurt. No, if he gets hurt, we're putting in Taylor Heineke and it doesn't matter. So I don't understand why they just didn't do a QB sneak. That's what should have happened. It would have worked. Knowing us, honestly, it wouldn't have worked. But you know what? I have so much more to say, but have to go somewhere right now. But it'll either be a stream or a long rant video tomorrow. I don't even know what it's going to be. Is it going to be Scott Turner? Is it going to be Rivera? Is it going to be Wentz? What is it going to be? I don't know. Next week will be full of rants and talking about hopefully Sam Howell playing. I'm so disappointed, man. Really want to make the playoffs. This last time this team won a playoff